You see, I bought this because I got sucked into all this YouTube hype when I could have been at home eating tacos. Hey guys, Chichi here. Welcome back to my channel. Earlier this year, I did not do a Sephora recommendations video. However, in lieu of that, because of Rona, I ended up doing a do I still recommend these products video. I really dug that video because I was able to maybe update you on a couple of the products that I picked up but didn't necessarily give you a dedicated video for, so I just want to do it again. So let me scooch over and rewind the time to fall 2017, and this was actually my first Sephora haul on my channel. Memories. We're gonna start off with a staple, and that is the Fresh Soy Face Cleanser. Y'all know she has been featured so many times on this channel. I've done a full dedicated video for any product that I do show that I have done a dedicated video for. I will link in the description box, but this, she always comes through for me. Also from Fresh, I ended up picking up their Lotus Youth Preserve Moisturizer. I don't remember like whether or not I liked it or not. I think it was decent enough to use. I remember emptying it. As far as repurchasing it, I mean, it was a pretty expensive moisturizer. Luckily, I only got a mini, but now that I've dived deeper into skincare, I probably have to take a look at the ingredients now, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't too bad. Even though Sephora no longer sells Neogen, their gauze pads, love those because there was a hybrid between a chemical exfoliant and a physical exfoliant. Now, I wouldn't purchase the lemon again. I would get the green tea, but I really dug that product. This was the first time I actually picked up Drunk Elephant. I picked up a miniature duo, which had the glycolic night serum. And that serum, I already told you guys, it's a really great serum, but I've just found other products that are better. I'll show you what it is later on in the video, but I no longer buy Drunk Elephant because it's just fucking expensive. Ooh, she was fancy because I ended up getting the YSL Plush Blur Primer. Again, another product, really good, but really expensive. I think it was like $52, and now would I buy it? Probably not. I really honestly felt like it did do some blurring to the pores. So, I mean, if you got it, go get it. I must have been balling in 2017 because I picked up not one, but two Fenty foundations. I picked up the shades 370 and 390 because at the time, Fenty did not have 385. See how far we've come since Fenty? Look at that. I don't really go out for Corona reasons. She's been 385 all year. Yeah, that's the foundation I still rock with. I still recommend, especially for oily girls, and it's just my jam. We have the Too Faced Peach Perfect Mattifying Setting Powder. Honestly, yes, this is still it. I have a tiny bit left, okay? I'm trying to work through it. It was a really good powder. I had no complaints when using it. This was one of the new girls on the block. Everybody was kiki and talk about it. It wasn't super matte. And then with this light peach color, I think that's what drew everyone in because we really didn't have like a peachy type of shade for under the eye. It was always just translucent or yellow. To have something like light peach, I was like, okay, this is cool, but yeah, I think I would still recommend it. Next up, we have Laura Mercier's Candle Glow Powder. I got the shade 5. The problem with this powder is that trying to pick it up on a brush is like you're swirling and barely making a dent in it. But the powder itself, beautiful. I like that light luminous look it added to the skin. I don't recommend it because it's so hard to like get it up from out of the component, but it's a beautiful powder. Next up, we got the Bobbi Brown bronzer. I got the shade Dark 3, and it's still a really good bronzer. Bobbi Brown makes excellent bronzers. It's just a little on the expensive side. I still don't know if she added a few more shades. I think she did, but I would like to explore a different shade though. I'm gonna talk about these next two products together because I haven't used them. This is the Fenty Beauty Galaxy palette and the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. Still in the original packaging. Let's talk about Fenty first. Fenty, I definitely was on the hype train because it was Rihanna's first palette. Oh my God. And the problem with this palette is that it's all glitter. Glitter, 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 glitter. And I thought that, okay, if I had it in a palette form, I wouldn't need to get like loose glitters. That was my reasoning in justifying this palette. And it's been sitting here collecting dust, literally collecting dust. I don't even know why I haven't used Huda Beauty's palette. I think this was a really pretty palette. Why haven't I used it? I don't know. And you want to know the funny thing? I am obsessed with that small mini nude palette. Girl, just cover it up a little bit. It's not an exact one, but waste of money. I'm actually happy that I did buy these palettes and didn't use it because it made me realize that I shouldn't just go out and buy everything because everybody's talking about it and I want to be a part of the cool kids table too. As a smaller YouTuber, you shouldn't just run out and buy everything because you might not use it. I'm still very much so a consumer. This is why you can't listen to all the hype. Remember when Stila was that girl on the block for a hot second with the liquid eyeshadows? That was the last time I really heard from Stila. I think we left her back in 2017. But those liquid eyeshadows though, they were bomb. Throw that on and keep it pushing. So I kind of still do recommend that. I don't know if the technology has been changed since 2017, but they were one of the first. Yo, these Kat Von D mini lipstick sets, yo, I was so hyped that I ended up finding that set because it was a bomb set. Before y'all ran Kat Von D out of her own damn company. I don't even know the drama behind that. I personally still love her lipsticks, and that set was bomb. I loved almost every shade in that little set. That was a miniature gold mine, and whoo, man, that was my jam. I think my neighbors are doing karaoke right now. I've never heard them speak this much before. Unless it's 7 o'clock in the morning and they're getting it in. Moving on to 2018, we got the Pat McGrath mini lipstick trios. This was my introduction to Pat McGrath's lipsticks, and honestly, these really do slap. I just love her lipsticks, and these miniature size are just enough for me to use and build up my little collection. So every time that she has lipsticks, I always get them. This Urban Decay eye pencil set was a steal because they were miniature, they were just enough, and they had bomb colors. This is a blue and a purple. So worth it, so worth it. I really do enjoy Urban Decay's liners. So because I don't do a lot of super dramatic looks, even though today it's a little dramatic. No, it's just a little cool tone. But I probably could have used this purple in the waterline. But getting back to the pencils, I really do like their pencils. They do glide on, and this is a standout product for Urban Decay. We have the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Foundation. This is the shade Y505. This shade actually suits me more when I'm, you know, a little pecan tan summertime fine. So in the wintertime, I really can't use it. It's a matte foundation, great for my oily skin, great for when I'm sweating. So mixing it with the NARS Natural Radiant, I had like a little hybrid situation. So that's why I really dig this. I don't know if Sephora still sells this set, but this glitter application set, bomb. I love it because it's a silicone brush head. When you're putting on glitter, if it's on here, you know, it's glue, sticky, whatever. But this, the glue comes right off. glitter comes right off. And to be honest with y'all, specifically this flat one, it's Balm for lace glue. So I actually use that for lace glue, and the glue just comes off, you know. So instead of using all these damn popsicle sticks, I got this and I just put on my lace and I'll be fine. The Peace Out favorite set had eye patches, a nose pore strip, and some acne dots. The acne dots, they were good, but way overpriced. And then normally pore strips don't really do much for me. The eye patches, it didn't do much for me, but normally I'm not a real eye patch kind of girl. So even if it did something for me, it wasn't enough to be like, wow, I need to repurchase it. If you are into an eye cream, is the Belif moisturizing eye balm. If you like something really moisturizing under the eye, I do highly suggest this. It's just one of those products that is a little expensive, but it actually does work. And y'all know I do a lot of eye swatches, so when I'm done, I like to follow it up with this because your girl needs the moisture. If you saw the first video of this series, you know that the Laneige I stopped using because I overused it and it started drying out my lips. Honestly, now I just use my CeraVe healing ointment on my lips and keep it pushing. Stop kind of using the lip balms and lip masks because I'm just like, you know what, throw that ointment on, I'm good. And it's cheap. We're finally in 2019. Of course, I was using the Ordinary's niacinamide and the Ordinary's alpha arbutin. I don't have the alpha arbutin because currently I've been using the Inky List, but the niacinamide is still one of my favorite products from the Ordinary. I have tried expensive brands of niacinamide and it just doesn't compare to this one. So I truly do recommend it. And I do recommend the alpha arbutin if you are starting out. I feel like it's still a good formula. They do have a little bit of tack to it. I believe the arbutin more so than the niacinamide. I can't remember if I have it switched up or not. As long as you perform for me, I'm good. In that haul, I picked up the Lancome eye makeup remover and the Farmacy cleansing balm. Both of these, you guys know, are staples in my routine. I've done videos on both of these individually, and this is my dynamic duo, to be honest with you. I don't even know why I'm going to try another cleansing balm, but I am, because why not? The product that replaced the Drunk Elephant was Farmacy's Honeymoon Glow. It was a little bit cheaper and it's a really good blend of AHAs and BHAs. I love how my skin felt in the next morning when I woke up. I'm like, oh, look at all this baby skin. Now that I've been getting into skincare more and more every day, I've been looking at videos from Dr. V and Dr. Stevens here on YouTube, and they are both women of color. And they say that, you know, things aren't necessarily formulated for us, like us people of color. So, you know, now I'm looking at percentages and things like that. I'll definitely let you know whether or not I would still recommend it to you guys, but I love it. So right now I'm recommending it. I ended up picking up a Tatcha kit during this haul. And to be honest, Tatcha, I still love their moisturizer for the winter. I'm not picking it up this winter, but when I want to feel extra bougie, I always pick that one up. Another first for this haul was the Youth to the People mini kit. Yo, that kit slapped. I had a reason and a season for each one of the products, and they were just good. I've thoroughly enjoyed. I still do recommend. They do have a little bit of fragrance, but I still like it. So I picked up this little guy from Beauty Blender. Nobody really talks about it, but it's a great little powder puff. I actually made the comparison that this was kind of like that Tati sponge that people were talking about. I don't see anyone using that Tati sponge. I don't even know if Tati uses that sponge, but to me, it reminded me of this powder puff, but this powder puff is really, really great. This Artist Couture set was my crowning achievement when it came to recommendations, because yo, I remember Artist Couture didn't even announce this and I found this little set. This diamond bronze, gorgeous on the lid. I think I wore this a couple of videos back. And then Uncensored 2.0, it stays out of stock, but honestly, it's such a good lip gloss. I was happy I broke that news though. I felt, you know, real proud of self. And finally, we're gonna leave it off with Fenty. Fenty had, I think that was their first Christmas like sets. They had a mini stunner lip paint in Underdog. Love this shade. Then they had a Balm Baby 2 set, which had this little mini sandcastle highlighter, and that's where they snuck in the extra gloss bomb on us, and that was Sweet Mouth, which I love that shade. I don't have it anymore. I haven't repurchased it either. I might get there one day, but y'all know I hated the original Glossy Posse set. I demoed it and I just hated it because it was just way too glittery for my taste. However, this year's Glossy Posse, your girl can get behind. If you haven't seen those swatches, I'm gonna link that video as well as the videos for all of the products that I have reviews on, and I will catch you in the next one. Stay comfy, guys. Bye.